let you guys know when I'm live.
And we welcome you to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined by Mark Cavalla. We have tonight the Haysville, Kansas Aviators, the visiting team, against the home team, the San Diego, California Stars. We already have some action going on. Batting now is the second baseman, number 9, Tommy Davis, who is actually the third batter. The first batter reached on an error, and then Maloney was next up, and he ended up getting on a fielder's choice as it went 6-4. So Davis is now up. We do have one down. There goes the runner from second base, and the ball fielded by the first baseman, and it looks like he's going to be safe. And coming around to score was Whitman, or correction, Maloney.
Maloney just took off right there, Frank. He wasn't going to stop. Coach Flax just sent him as soon as he saw the play develop.
So for one run has scored now for the Aviators. We apologize for being listed a little bit late here, but we had a little bit of difficulties. That brings up the second baseman, number 9, Tommy Davis. With one down.
I believe that's Valdez right there.
It is Valdez, I'm sorry. Davis is the one that's on at first base on that base hit. So now batting is the catcher, number 8, Max Valdez.
He's from Carefree, Arizona, 6'4", 190, Colorado Mesa.
Ball hit right back to the pitcher, going to try to turn a double play. Second baseman, Cepeda to Kleiman, but was not able to get just the force out, not the one at first base. So Valdez reaches on a fielder's choice and is unassisted for the second out. That will bring up the left fielder, number 27, Jalen Hill.
Yeah, Jane Hill's from Dallas, Texas, 6'2", 215, and he plays his college ball at Vernon College.
If you're just now joining us, the score is 1-0 in favor of the Haysville Aviators here in the top half of the first inning. This game between the Haysville Aviators and the San Diego, California Stars. That one misses inside, and moving over to second base is Valdez, as Jalen Hill takes a 1-ball, no strikes. So the count is 1-ball, no strikes. And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. Once again, we apologize for being late here, but we had to hook up everything here, and they finally got her going. So this game is between the San Diego, California Stars, who are the home team, and the visiting team, the Haysville, Kansas Aviators. The Aviators did score 1 run here in the top half of the first inning. Whitman reached on an error. Then Maloney reached on a fielder's choice. Then with a base hit by Davis, a fielder's choice by Valdez, and then a 4-3 play for the third out.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting there. I mean, you could see Haysville, they're taking it right to him with the stolen bases, just being aggressive, anything in the infield. That was scored. Maloney scored from second base on a ball that was just hit to first base. And that's because he was hustling. He looked like he was stealing. And just Coach Flax just sent him on the contact, and he made it. I think he surprised the Stars.
So the San Diego Stars are coming up to bat defensively for the Aviators. First base will be number 28, Workins. Second baseman will be number 9, Davis. At shortstop, number 29, Maloney. Third baseman, number 16, Gerard. Left fielder will be number 27, Hill. Center fielder, number 34, Whitman. Right fielder, number 7, Leslie. Catching, number 8, Valdez. And pitching for Haysville will be number 20, Kobe Wilson.
Yeah. We have Ethan Wright.
First batter is Ethan Wright. I was hoping to give you a little bit of
yes,
information on Mr. Wilson there.
Yeah, I'll give you a little Wilson info here. He's from Houston, Texas, 6'2", 200. Plays his ball, and we've seen before, Newman University.
Count is no balls, 2 strikes now to Ethan Wright, the first batter here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-0 is the score in favor of Haysville.
And Will Wright is from Santee, California, 6 foot, 180, Santana High School. He's just out of high school.
Wright comes in batting 182s. He's appeared in 2 ball games. That one fouled off there by Wright as the count stays no balls and 2 strikes. He's been up to bat 11 times, has scored 2 runs, has 2 hits. Batting 182. So 0-2 now the count, and Kobe Wilson with the pitch. That one lifted to right field. Right fielder backing up. Making the catch is Leslie for out number 1.
Frank, I was looking at the records here. It's Pool B. It's a very important game because both of them are 1-1. So this could take the one team over and to go on into the basically just keep going on to the tournament here. So it's a very important game right here. Each game at 1-1.
That brings up the second baseman, number 34, Danny Cepeda. First pitch by Wilson misses high for ball 1. As the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out here in the bottom half of the first down.
And Cepeda's from San Diego, California, 5'10", 165, Southwestern College.
Sorry, that one almost hit Cepeda. The Stars are wearing black jerseys with red sleeves, white pants, black helmets. That ball hit to the third baseman. Gerard goes over to first for out number 2. So a 5-3 put out in the books if you're scoring at home with us for the second out. That would bring up the catcher number 13, Luke Arias.
Arias is from San Diego, California, 5'10", 185, and he plays his college ball at Vanguard University.
And Arias comes in batting .333 as he's appeared in 2 ball games, has been up to bat 9 times, and has 3 hits, 2 doubles, and 1 RBI. That was a swing and a miss there by Arias as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. 2 down. That one misses outside, breaking ball. So that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wilson's pitch, and there's a swing and a miss there by Arias as the count now will go to 1-2.
Yeah, right now it just looks like Wilson's just throwing some off-speed pitches.
There's a fastball that's down into the dirt. I say dirt, I should say turf.
There you go.
We have no dirt here at X Stadium here on the campus of Wichita State University. Swing and a miss there by Arias, and he goes down swinging for the third out. So at the end of 1 inning play, it is the Aviators 1 and the Stars 0, and we'll be right back.
What does better mean to you? Better is personal. Better is community. Better is connection. Better is Butler. Butler Community College. Ready for better.
At Evergy, seeing energy differently starts with thinking differently about its impact and then committing to doing better every day. As we continue to expand our investment in renewable resources, capturing more wind, gathering more sunshine, we're able to generate power that's cleaner and provide it to you more affordably. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the top half of the second inning, the score is 1-0 in favor of the Haysville, Kansas Aviators. And Carv, you had to make a little trip from down on the dugout, didn't you?
Yeah, that was there at the Cheney Diamond Dogs, and I was down there during that fun 3 o'clock game, and I'm being sarcastic right there because it was hot, like you just brought up the temperature now.
It is now 1:01. First batter now here in the top half is the designated hitter, number 6, Cade Baker. 101, and the wind's about 18 miles an hour out of the south. Humidity's 30%. That one lifted to the first baseman's going to call him off. So the first baseman will make the catch. That is Klima for out number 1.
Yeah, and the thing about that flag that you're talking about, Frank, I mean, that thing never stopped. I was watching it all during the game. It's just like it is now. You could see it on your screen, just kept flying like that, and it affected some of the outfield play in the game.
That is Drake Gerard, and he just gets hit in the shoulder, so he will be on as a hit batsman. Didn't get a chance to introduce him there.
No. Drake, the guy that played for us all summer and with the Newton Slugging Rebels, a great kid, and right there, he fastball inside, just took it.
That will bring up the first baseman, number 28, Austin Workins.
Yeah, Workins. He's from Haysville, Kansas, 6', 215, plays his ball at Pittsburgh State.
Workins is looking for his first hit in the World Series. He has been up to bat 2 times. That first pitch is a strike, so the count goes to no balls, 1 strike now to Austin Workins. Gerard standing at first base, says he just got hit and throw over to first base, but he's in safely. We do have 1 down here now in the top half of the second inning. We want to welcome you all here to the broadcast. We hope you enjoy this broadcast. That one hit to the third base side. Third baseman Gonzalez goes to second base, Zepeda, and over to first, but not in time, but does get the force out at second. So that is a 5-4 put out, and Workins reaches on the fielder's choice.
Well, Gonzalez had to wait. He had to double pump because Zepeda wasn't over there, and just had to double wait for him to get to second base, so only got 1 out.
That brings up the right fielder, number 7, Tanner Leslie.
And Tanner Leslie's a guy we've seen on the mound before, but he's playing right field, Haysville, Kansas, 6'2", 190. He plays at Pittsburgh State.
Leslie also looking for his first hit of the World Series. He has appeared in 1 game, has been up to bat 1 time, so he will try to get that first hit here. The count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Leslie. And here's the pitch.
And he's a pitcher that pitched against Santa Barbara and actually did a pretty good job for, 4 innings, and before it got into the 5th inning and before Santa Barbara started getting on him. But now he's a great athlete.
By the way, the pitcher for the Stars is number 56, Gavin Perry.
And he's from Oceanside, California, 6'5", 255, San Diego Christian.
So runner on at first base with 2 down here in the top half of the second inning. Here's the pitch. That one inside, called strike one. Hits that inside corner as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike.
A pick off over there just in time. And if you notice, Gerard, he always has those pink shoes on. And of course, Gerard had forced out. But anyway, if you ever watch him, he always has the pink shoes. That's how you could tell.
So 3-1 count. Here's the pitch, misses outside. So that would be ball 4 now to Tanner Leslie. He will be moving over to first base. And moving to second base will be Austin Workins with 2 down. That will bring up the center fielder, number 34, Paul Whitman.
Yeah, and he opened up the game with an error, E5, and got on first base, but was forced out.
So 2 down now here in the top half of the first. 1-0 is the score in favor of the Haysville. If you're just now joining us, that one misses inside as the count goes to 1 ball and no strikes. And I do notice that the radar gun is not working tonight. Downwind.
Yeah, that's it.
That one misses for ball 2. So the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. And you guys were on the first base dugout, so you got no win.
You got no win.
Because your dugout faces the north and nothing but cement surrounding you from the south. So the count is 2 balls, no strikes now to Whitman. Workins on at second and Leslie on at first with 2 down. The Haysville Aviators are wearing all white with black numbers, gray helmets.
I was going to say Whitman, the whole team, they played in the Sunflower Collegiate League, and Whitman for the season hit .290, had 131 at-bats, and 38 hits.
So Gavin Perry now 3-0 pitch, and that one misses inside. So that's the second walk given up here by Perry in this inning and in the ball game. So the bases will be loaded now. And here comes coach for the San Diego Stars. We'll have Workins on at third base, Leslie on at second, and Whitman at first base. Like we're saying, this is a very important game.
Yeah, it's very important.
Both teams are at 1-1.
And you and I brought this up before, I think, in some of the games, especially yesterday, that the important games, man, to these guys, it's like 7th game of the World Series. And when you watch it, I'm talking about like in Major League World Series, you got to go with your best, and because it's not important. You can't sit there and go, we got to worry about tomorrow. You got to worry about today, right now. And right now, they have a couple guys in the bullpen getting loose. So we'll see what happens.
Now the Diamond Dogs with that lost or eliminated.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's news there.
Yeah,
because,
it is.
It hasn't been many years since the Diamond Dogs have not moved on to that second week or second phase of the World Series.
It hit hard on some of the players that had been there for 2 or 3 years.
So Trent Maloney is now the batter. As we're ready to go, bases are loaded. Pitch is outside, fastball, misses for ball 1.
Yeah, I'm going to say Maloney's from Los Banos, California, 6', 185 from Merced Community College.
He comes in batting .333 as he's appeared in 2 ball games. Has been up to bat 9 times, has scored 1 run, has 3 hits, 1 double, and 1 RBI. That one in there for call strike, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And I can personally tell you he's a very good hitter. He went 4 for 5 against us in the game. We had to play Haysville to get to the NBC, and he was very instrumental in that game.
So 1-1 now the count to Maloney. And here's the pitch by Perry. Misses outside as the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's definitely a situation that you look at the Stars right now going, we got to keep this game here 1-0, and they have a chance right now, but it's pretty tough. Good hitter.
Perry's pitch, that one hits the outside corner and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 down, the infield and outfielder just basically playing straight away. Base is loaded. And you got a little bit of sun. That one hit to the second baseman, a little floater, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So at the end of 1.5 innings of play, it's the Aviators 1 and the Stars 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the bottom half of the second inning, the score 1-0 in favor of the Haysville Aviators over the San Diego Stars. Due up here for the Stars will be the designated hitter, number 11, Joey Krug.
And Krug's from San Diego, California, 6 foot 235, and he plays college ball at Stars Veteran.
Krug comes in appearing in 1 ball game, looking for his first hit as he's been up to bat 3 times. And Kobe Wilson now starting his second inning of work here.
Yeah, you'll hear that horn once in a while. That's the 92nd clock.
That one was the 92nd clock, correct? Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss there by Krug as the count goes to no balls and 1 strike. Little change up there by Wilson. Swing and a miss there as the count now goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. As we are in the bottom half of the second inning. That one hit hard into left field. That's going to be in for a base hit. And the left fielder, Hill, has to reach for that one, but to keep Krug at first base. Nice relay there. So Krug records his first hit of the ball game. That will bring up the left fielder, number 33, Brady Jocelyn.
Yeah, Brady Jocelyn from El Cajon, California, 6'2", 185, from Bluefield College.
Jocelyn comes in batting .286 as he's appeared in 2 ball games, has been up to bat 7 times, has scored 1 run, has 2 hits. And that first pitch is ball 1 to Jocelyn. So 1 ball, no strikes with the runner on at first base and no outs. Fastball hits that outside corner. That will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
You were talking about the turf. Hill made a great play on that because it took a hop off that turf, and he jumped up there. Could have gone easily over his head.
Here's the pitch by Wilson. That one, a floater, misses for ball 2. So count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike now to Brady Jocelyn, the left fielder here tonight for the San Diego Stars. That one misses high for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike now to Jocelyn. Krug on at first base as he reached on a base hit to left field. No outs. And Wilson ready to go. That one into the ground, and that will be ball 4. Jocelyn will reach the base on a walk. That will move Joey Krug to second base, and that will bring up the shortstop, number 23, Davin Burrows.
Yeah, Burrows from Santee, California, 6 foot, 195, San Diego Christian.
So now we have runners on at first and second with no out here in the bottom half of the second inning. 1-0 Stars. Correction, 1-0 Haysville over the Stars. And Kobe Wilson ready to go to work here. That one hits the outside corner as the count now goes to no balls and 1 strike.
He's definitely just mixing up mostly off-speed pitches.
Wilson's pitch is hit past the diving first baseman, Workins, and the right fielder. Nice job there by the right fielder, Leslie, as he got that ball in quickly. So Coog has to stop at third base. Jocelyn will move to second, and Burrows records his first hit of the ball game, and the second hit of this inning, second hit of the ball game for the Stars. We'll bring up the first baseman, number 22, Carson Klima.
Yeah, Klima's kind of interesting, from Derby, Kansas, 6'3", 210, plays his ball at Cowley County Community College.
So bases are loaded now with no outs. There's a swing and a miss there by Klima, as the count goes to no balls and 1 strike.
And the whole roster, if you look at San Diego, is mostly California, except they do have a guy from Canada, and they have a guy from Kansas, which is Klima.
Here's Wilson's pitch. That one misses inside. That will even up the count now at 1-1.
Yeah, I'm always interested, Frank, in seeing where guys get their players. And especially like San Diego, it's a good place to – they have a lot of good players there, obviously.
Well, you being a coach, you know how those contacts are so important. There's a swing and a miss there by Klima as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And that's it. I think that's the biggest thing about the networking. That we're networking with coaches and just trying to get guys to send their best players there.
That one misses outside, and that will even up the count now at 2-2.
So it's always important that your league is really good because they want to send guys to really good leagues.
Here's Wilson's pitch. That one fouled back. It's going to be out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Carson Klima, first baseman for the San Diego Stars.
See what Wilson's going to do here, if he's going to throw away. It looks like they're going up and in.
And that one hit right back to Wilson, and he bobbles the ball, and then he throws the ball away at home, and scoring is Glug. And now here comes Jocelyn to throw into home, and he's safe. The toss was there to Wilson, but he did not get the tag down. What a great job there by Brady Jocelyn as he hustled right around, with, almost catching up to Klug. He touched home plate, and then Jocelyn scores as he did a little hand movement there to touch the base before he was tagged out there by Wilson. Ending up at third base will be Burrows. And ending up at second base will be Klima. So we got a lot of hustle there by the San Diego Stars. That will bring up the right fielder, number 21, Tyler Begg. So 2-1 now is the score in favor of San Diego.
Yeah, Begg from Sante, California, also 6'3", 195. And he's out of just like Santana High School, just out of high school.
There was an error on the pitcher on that play. There's a swing and a miss there by Begg. Begg comes in batting 167 as he's appeared in 2 ball games, has been up the bat 6 times, has 1 run scored, has 1 hit, and 1 double. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off, or maybe not. Looks like it just got away from the catcher there. So another run will score as Burrows comes in from third base, and Klima ends up at third base. 3-1 now is the score in favor of San Diego.
Yeah, on that play, Frank, with Wilson throwing it home, I think he just panicked just a little. He just hurried his throw. I thought he had him out.
Yeah.
He did have him out. And But yeah, that's Krug. He's not really, real fast guy. You could see that, but he just didn't have a good throw. Threw it wild.
Swing and a miss there by Begg. A strikeout for out number 1. That is the first strikeout recorded by Kobe Wilson. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 3, Jason Gonzalez.
He's another guy from Asante, California, 5'11", 175, Santana High School.
Gonzalez comes in batting 167. So he's appeared in 1 ball game. Say he's been up to bat 6 times and has 1 hit. The count. Well, the scorekeeper, there he goes, is 1 ball, no.
Thrown quite a few pitches this inning. Been a very tough inning with the 4 runs.
He's got a total of 20 pitches here so far in the ball game. There's a swing and a miss there by Valdez, as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
But that's baseball. Like the first inning, he got a 1, 2, 3, pretty easy.
So Wilson looking in for the signal. And he's set to go. Breaking ball just misses. They do appeal at first base to see if Zepeda win or not, and they say no. So that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, I'm sitting here in the corner of this press box, and I'm hot, and I wish I was outside because that flag makes it look like it's very breezy and nice and cool. The ball hit to the shortstop there. Shortstop Maloney goes to first for out number 3. So a 6-3 put out for the 3rd out, but not before the Stars. They scored 4 runs at the end of 2 innings of play. It is the Stars 4 and the Aviators 1. We'll be right back.
Everyday heroes take the Safe Digging Pledge.
We'll wait 2 full working days before digging.
I'll use soft digging techniques in or near tolerance zones.
I'll make sure underground facilities are marked before I dig.
Protect Kansas. Take the pledge at beadigherokansas.com.
And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, and I'm joined by Mark Cavala. And we go to the top half of the 3rd inning as the score is 4-1 in favor of San Diego Stars over the Haysville Aviators. Due up is second baseman number 9, Tommy Davis. First pitch to him is fouled off, so the count is no balls and 1 strike. Gavin Perry starting his 3rd inning of work. That one misses, and the count will now go to 1-1.
Yeah, Davis had that 1 RBI right there. I guess that infield hit to first base.
That one misses high, as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, the Aviators scored first in the top half of the 1st inning, and the Stars came back and scored 4 runs in the bottom half of the 2nd. That one fouled to the right-hand side, and the right fielder is going after it, but not going to be able to get to it. That is Begg.
And if Begg watched Leslie, learn from that lesson before. Any ball hit that way, you got to go after it because that ball can come back and fair territory, and that's what happened on Leslie.
So the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Tommy Davis.
Davis from Bixby, Oklahoma.
That ball hit up the middle, right by Gavin Perry, who stuck his glove out but not able to get to it, and went right over second base. So a base hit by Davis, who records his second hit of the ball game. That will bring up the catcher number 8, Max Valdez.
Yeah, he got on base last time on a fielder's choice on the force out.
So Davis is on at first base with no out here in the top half of the third inning. There goes Davis to second base, throw down, and not going to get him. And Davis is in with a stolen base. Good throw there by the catcher, Arias, but just not in time.
That's Davis' second stolen base of the tournament.
That will bring up the correction. That would take the count to 1 ball and no strikes. That one misses high as the count now goes 2-0. Good little crowd here tonight, Carv.
Yeah, it's not bad when I was coming up. People just lined up, ready to go in there.
Here comes the pitch by Perry. Swing and a miss there by Valdez as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know, this game, I don't know, I got a feeling this has the making of might be a high-scoring game. I think that both of them are getting runners on base. They're both being aggressive on the base paths.
So 2-1 pitch now by Perry as he looks back at second base, and now he's ready to go. A swing and a miss there by Valdez, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That looked like a slider away right there, just taking it. You can just see him. It was ways in the other batter's box, actually.
Well, I was going to say one thing about this ball field. I'm sure it looks really nice on TV, but in person, it's just very impressive ballpark.
Oh, yeah. It's
definitely first class here at Wichita State University, X Stadium, on the campus of Wichita State University.
Yeah,
the seating is really nice. Sky boxes have some good views and good seating. That one misses high, as the count will go full now at 3-2. And I love where the bullpens are at.
Yeah, we can see guys out there.
We can actually see who's warming up.
Yeah. We still need your binoculars, though.
That one hit right down the line and right past the third baseman, Gonzalez, who was moving to his right. As in the score will be Davis as he rounded third base and is in to score now. So that takes the score to 4-2 now, still in favor of the Stars. But the Aviators have scored a run here as Max Valdez records his first hit of the game and an RBI.
And I was going to say it's a great call by Colton Flax, the coach of the Aviators, because he got the runner in motion. And they took the third baseman, crashing over to third base, and that ball went right by him.
And that's going to be it for Gavin Perry. And we'll see who's coming in here for the San Diego Stars. As we're saying, this game is very important to both teams due to the fact they're both 1-1, and they want to move on to the second phase of this World Series. They're in a pool of 4, and the top 2 teams move on. The two bottom teams will go home. So the loser could be one of those teams.
Yeah, and we might see. It might be a game too where we see the Haysville's top pitcher come in, Leslie, who pitched just the other day, and but he's very effective.
2-run home run by Cade Baker into left center field, right about where it says 375, and that was well beyond that. So with Cade Baker now ties the ball game up as the Haysville Aviators have scored 3 runs here in the top half of the third inning. So 4-4 now is the score. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 16, Drake Gerard.
Yeah, we know this guy well. Drake from Midlothian, Texas, 6'1", 200, plays his ball at Tabor College.
That one popped up behind the right-hand side, and the catcher Arias makes the makes the catch for out number 2.
I know someone who's very, very, very happy right now. It's General Manager Grant Jones of the Aviators. He works really hard, like most general managers, and but he works really hard. Most of the guys on the team are still here. He picked up a few, but most of them they've been played the whole summer with him.
That brings up the first baseman, number 28, Austin Workins.
Yeah, Workins was gone on a fielder's choice in the second inning.
We do have 2 down. That ball, that was a broken bat there. Time to call Todd Hook from Hook.com for a new bat. So at the top half of the third inning for the Aviators, they score 3 runs at the end of 2.5 innings of play. The score tied up at 4 apiece, and we'll be right back.
I remember North Pole.
Yeah,
that's I remember that.
That's it. The North Pole.
But I remember the rest of
another name, but God, I can't.
Because Mike said it's North Pole, and I can't remember it all.
That one misses for ball 1. I'm sure somebody out there remembers besides Mike Dean.
I'm sure Jared doesn't remember.
Jared wouldn't even thought of that.
No.
Count is 1 ball, no strikes to Burrows. That one misses outside, as now the count goes to 2-0.
I do have another question for you, Frank. What's probably your lot? I want you to think about this, because I know this is it for you tonight, right? I mean,
this is it for me for tonight.
Your top 5 NBC teams.
Oh, geez.
I mean, I always thought you saw them all.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few. That one in there for call strike, as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
I mean, you can think about it, I just think it's pretty interesting because you have seen them all.
Well, I mean, you got to put, of course, Santa Barbara, California Foresters in there. There's a ball that misses high for ball 3, so the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike.
Well, would you say that team that they had a couple years ago is probably the most dominant, especially pitching?
Oh, yeah, definitely the most dominant. I as far as pitching-wise. Of course, the major league teams that came in.
Oh, yeah.
5, 6 years ago, however long it's been now. I can't even remember that. But here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike. Of course, that was a lot of fun to call and to witness.
Well, I got to coach. The Newton Rebels. We went to the World Series, and we got to play them the first time. The first time they did that, when Nate Robertson and all those guys, and we were real fortunate we won.
So the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one in there for call strike 3. And Burrows goes down looking for the 3rd out. So the bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Stars. They score no runs at the end of 3. The score tied up at 4 apiece, and we'll be right back.
When deciding on energy for your home, there are wants and there are needs. You want it to be good for the environment, but you need it there when the weather gets bad. You want it to save energy, but it has to be affordable too. Thankfully, you don't have to make a choice. It's natural gas.
Spirit Aerosystems is where flight begins. It's where decades of aviation innovation fuels the aerospace industry. It's where the world's largest aircraft structures take shape and where they take flight for the first time. At Spirit, we design and build the foundations of flight. Here, you can build with your hands and design with your mind. We're looking for talented individuals, including skilled manufacturing employees, to join our Wichita team. At Spirit Aerosystems, flight begins with you.
And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined along by Mark Cavalla here this evening. And give a little shout-out there to our tech guy that's keeping us on
Jared.
the air.
Yeah, Jared, we got to work together all summer at the Newton Slugging Rebels, and it's good to see him here. He's definitely an expert in production.
Well, Jared, we thank you so much for keeping us going here. We appreciate it.
Yeah, especially a little challenging, I know, earlier before the game, but you and Andrew figure it out again.
Okay, we'll go to the top half of the fourth inning, and up is Tanner Leslie. First pitch was swing and strike, and lays down a bunt right down the third base line. What a great job there by Tanner Leslie. And the third baseman was hustling in all the way, Gonzalez, but just didn't even make a throw due to the fact that Leslie was already standing at first base.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. I mean, he walked in the second inning, but right there he just perfect. And
classic bunt.
And I wish I'd see that more, especially lefties pushing it that way. But I don't know, it's kind of a dying art right now.
That will bring up the center fielder, number 34, Paul Whitman.
But now you have the top of the lineup up, and you got Whitman, who's 1 for 2, got on an air, got a base hit.
Haysville scored 3 runs in the top half of the third inning, off a home run by Cade Baker. That one misses outside as the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes. So Leslie is on at first base. Just recorded a base hit on a perfectly laid down bunt here in the top half of the fourth. That one misses high for ball 3. So 3-0 now the count to Whitman.
You know, and Leslie, he's quite an athlete because he could pitch. And I mean, he was getting down that line pretty fast. There was no way he was going to throw him out.
Yeah, he's got some wheels, you could tell. Here's the pitch now. That one misses outside. So on 4 pitches, Paul Whitman will go to first base. That is his 3rd time on the base path. So moving over to second base will be Leslie. And that will bring up the shortstop, number 29, Trent Maloney.
Yeah, Maloney, he's actually 0 for 2. He did get on fielder's choice and scored, then flew out to second base.
So Argent is now ready to go. Here's the pitch. That was tried to lay a bunt down and moved out of the way, and looks like it got by the catcher. So looks like they are going to let the runners advance.
Yeah, I thought for a second he might have fouled it off.
Yeah, that's what they were asking. So now moving to third base is Tanner Leslie, and over to second base is Paul Whitman. And the count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Trent Maloney.
And there's some activity out there in the Stars bullpen again.
Well, like I say, they're not going to let it go too far because they have to have a victory here. That ball hit to the right-hand side. The right fielder, Begg, coming in. And he makes the catch and a throw into home. Not able to advance are the runners, so they will stay put.
Yeah, and
that was short.
A little too shallow.
So we have one down now, and that will bring up the second baseman, number 9, Tommy Davis.
Yeah, Davis is 2 for 2.
2 base hits there by Davis so far here this evening. Does have a stolen base. So we'll see what the San Diego Stars decide to do with Mr. Davis here. First base is open. There's a breaking ball in there for call, strike 1. Great pitch. Wish we could give you the speed on these pitches, but tonight the radar is not turned on.
Yeah, I have a radar gun. I should have brought it, Frank. I'll have to remember that next time, I guess. Just bring it.
That one hit to the shortstop. Shortstop coming in, but the third baseman, or the guy, Leslie at third base, will come in. A throw over to first base in time, and also going to third base was Whitman. Went on the throw, so he ends up at third base, and another run scores for the Haysville Aviators as the takes the score now to 5-4 in favor of the Aviators. That was a 6-3 put out for the second out. And that will bring up the catcher, number 8, Max Valdez.
And what Leslie did right there on third base, man, he went right on contact. As soon as that ball was down, he saw his not right at the pitcher. He just took off. And what you talked about, he has some good speed.
He has great speed. Not only that, but Whitman went on the throw and wasn't hesitant at all. Haysville's got a lot of speed on this team.
I know Burrows looked home real quick just to see, and he realized he didn't have a shot at him.
So Max Valdez is the batter. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Valdez. Here's the pitch. That ball is fouled off right back towards the net as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Valdez is 1 for 2 and had the fielder's choice in the first and RBI single in the third and scored.
So 5-4 is the score in favor of Haysville over San Diego here in the top half of the fourth. There's the pitch. That one, a fastball, misses high. The count will now go to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think a lot of teams right now, especially in the, I was talking about our league, the Sunflower Collegiate League, with Cheney out of it, a lot of the GMs, the team, they're pulling for Haysville to be in there, try to get to that next round.
That one was fouled off there by Valdez, so the count will stay at 2-2.
Still have Hutchinson, fighting in there.
Yep,
Sorry.
that one misses inside as the count now goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, you guys get a chance to watch some good baseball. And, of course, we'll be off tomorrow.
Right.
There's no ball games at all tomorrow. There's a breaking ball misses inside. So Valdez will be on at first base with a walk. His 3rd time on the base path. Whitman still at third base. And that will bring up the left fielder, number 27, Jalen Hill.
And Hill's 0 for 2, grounded out to second and the first, and popped up the first base. Or I think it was a ground ball to third base, unassisted.
So Hill is up now with 2 down here in the top half of the 4th inning. As the Aviators have taken the lead, scoring 1 run. They still have runners on at first and third.
Like some of the promotions that they have here. Like
that one's fouled off there by Hill, as the count will go to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, if you've never been to an NBC game, in between innings, they have all these different promotions. Some are pretty hilarious. Like you got to kick out of the tortilla slap. I know that.
And I couldn't believe it. That one is fouled off. If my mama ever saw us doing a tortilla slap.
Doing it at home or something with the kids and everything? Or
yeah. We would have never done that. So, like I say, some of the things that they think of nowadays just amazes me. The count is 1 ball, 2 strike. There goes the runner to second base, and is fouled off there by Hill. So Valdez will have to hustle back to first base. His count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, we ate the tortillas. We never did tortilla slaps. Now, well, of course, wait a minute, I take that back. Now to think about it, there's a ball that misses for ball 2, and going to second base is Valdez. I do remember fighting over a tortilla every once in a while at home.
Fighting over it?
Well,
fighting over
sure.
food, yeah.
When it's the last tortilla and you want it, yeah.
Dive in.
You dive in, exactly right. That one misses for ball 3, so the count will now go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. It was funny because Mama always said, make sure you eat all your food. There's 5 in the family, and we only got enough food for 4, so.
One of you.
And I was the oldest, so
that
hard hit ball down the first base side off the first baseman. 1 run was scored, and now here comes Valdez from second base scoring, and in at second base is Jalen Hill.
Yeah, Hill hit that pretty hard right down the line. It's just a tough play for first baseman going to his left.
It was a very tough play.
Did score 2 runs.
We'll wait for the official score, but I'm sure now that's going to be a timeout here. It's going to be a 2 base hit, 2 RBIs for Jalen Hill. And now that takes the score to 7-4 now in favor of Haysville. As they have scored 3 runs this inning, 3 runs in the third, and 1 run in the first inning. And we're going to have a timeout here due to the fact that we have another pitching change. Let's see who this is.
I think it's 40.
Yeah,
Okay.
number 40 coming in. Sorry about that. We're trying to find a number there.
That's Joshua Miller.
40. Joshua Miller coming in to pitch now for San Diego.
It looks like he's from, I'm saying Los Angeles, 6'1", 190, Southwest, well, actually it could be Louisiana, L.A., but Southwest Mississippi College. All I have on there, Frank, if you looked at the hometown.
Yeah.
L.A.
Yeah. Okay, so Miller now coming into the ball game. And we'll see. There'll be runner on at second base, and like I say, they've scored 3 runs here in the top half of the 4th inning.
And they're going through the pitchers here, and it's.
Let me see if I can give you the final stats here. For Argent, he goes 1 2/3 innings, gives up. Let me just make sure this is caught up here. Gives up 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 base on balls, had no strikeouts as he has faced 10 batters. So we do have a new pitcher now in Joshua Miller. Due up now is the designated hitter number 6, Cade Baker. First batter he'll be facing. We have Hill on at second base as he reached on a double and 2 RBIs. That breaking ball misses high for ball 1 to Baker.
And Baker, he had the big 2-run home run in the 3rd, and that was a big, that wind blowing out. That he cleared that 375 quite a bit.
And here's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses high for ball 2. So the count goes to 2 balls, no strikes now to Cade Baker, who's DH in here this evening for the Aviators. 7-4 is the score in favor of the Aviators. Runner on at second. There's the pitch. That one in there for call strike. Miller's got a little unusual twitch to his pitch, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Trying to throw him off. It's kind of neat watching different guys with what works, especially when they go to college.
So 2-1 pitch. There's a breaking ball, misses inside and high for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Baker.
I think you hit it right on the head when you said this game's very important when you have 3 pitchers and we're only in the 4th inning.
Oh, and by the way, yeah, this is going to be a high-scoring game. And that one misses for ball 4. So Baker will now be on with a base on balls, and that will bring up the third baseman, number 16, Drake Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard got hit with a pitch and also popped up to the catcher.
So Gerard is up there with 2 down. Runners on at first and second. Here in the top half of the 4th inning. 7-4 the score.
I was going to say Gerard's a very aggressive hitter, so if it's there.
In favor of Haysville. That first pitch in there for call strike 1.
So much for that. I mean, usually he likes to attack that first pitch.
Joshua Miller now ready to go to work here on the 0-1 pitch. That one just misses inside, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, Gerard hit 272 for us, 31 games, 114 at-bats, 31 hits.
That one hits Gerard. That's second time he's been hit in the ball game here. Got hit in the 2nd and now in the 4th.
And he's the type of guy, I mean, I know he wants to hit, but he'll do whatever it takes for the team, and definitely a team player.
So now Hill moves to third base, Baker to second, and Gerard at first. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 28, Austin Workins.
Yeah, Workins 0 for 2. Fielder's choice in the second. Fly out to short in the third.
That one misses outside for ball one.
Sometimes it's so hard to get that last out. You get 2 outs, and then you can't get that last out.
Isn't that amazing how that happens
yeah,
sometimes?
It's.
So the count is 1 ball, no strikes, and here's the pitch. That one right across the knees on the outside corner for call strike one. So that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And as a coach, you just go, let him hit it to somebody, get him out.
And a swing and a miss there by Workins as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You just want to get out of this inning. And, you have 2 innings right here with 3 runs each.
So here's the 1-2 pitch. That one misses outside for ball 2. Count will now go to 2-2. Deuces are wild up there as we have 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Tell you, the Stars have had some very good teams through the years.
That one misses outside, and the count will go full now. So with the bases loaded and 2 down, the runners will be taken off on the pitch. And this could be a very dangerous pitch here, as the Aviators have already scored 3 runs here in the top half of the 4th inning. Full count. Here they go. That one misses low for ball 4, and Workins will reach on a base on balls. Coming in to score from third base is Hill. Baker will end up at third base. Gerard at second. And we still have 2 down. That takes the score now to 8-4 in favor of the Haysville Aviators. And they have scored 5 runs here in the top half of the 4th inning. That will bring up the man that started it all, and that is Tanner Leslie.
And here's the thing. He started off with a bunt single. Sometimes that's all it takes. Just get some momentum going.
So Tanner Leslie is now up. He's 1 for 1 here this evening. First one was a strike. Second one is a swinging strike. So the count goes no balls and 2 strikes to Leslie. Base is loaded now. Here's the pitch. Ball hit right to the second baseman, charging it, and he's going to go to first base, and not going to be, that's going to be off the glove of first baseman, and I don't know what the first baseman was thinking. There's a man going into home, and instead he throws at the third base, so 2 runs will score, as Baker scored from third base and Gerard scored from second. And now Workins will be on at first base, and there will be an error on the second baseman. So Leslie will be on with that error, standing at first base.
First I thought he was going to touch him, tag him, right there. I thought maybe he'd stop because he's right there, but he tried to throw it off the wrong foot, I think, and just threw it wild.
Big mistake there by the second baseman. That was fouled off there by Paul Whitman, who's the batter, center fielder for the Aviators. So 2 more runs to score. The score is now 10-4 in favor of the Haysville Aviators here in the top half of the 4th inning.
I'm sure we'll probably see Leslie running right here.
So Paul Whitman up with 2 down. Runners on at first and third now. That one misses high for ball 2. So the count goes 2 balls, 1 strike now to Whitman.
It wouldn't be surprising, though. That's how they've been playing this. I mean, especially Haysville, been very aggressive since the get-go.
We have Workins on at third base and Leslie on at first base. That one misses for ball 3. So 3-1 now the count to Whitman. As this is the 11th batter here in the top half of the 4th inning. That one calls strike, so the count will be full now. Taking off from first base will be Tanner Leslie.
I was looking, the Stars
With 2 down.
have 9 pitchers on their roster.
Ball hit to the second baseman, a small roller. Second baseman Zapata comes up with it, goes to first for the out. So a 4-3 put out for the third out, but not before the Aviators score 6 runs. And at the end of 3.5 innings of play, it is the Aviators 10 and the Stars 4, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, the score is 10-4 in favor of the Haysville Aviators as they scored 6 runs here in the top half of the 4th inning. Well, now batting for the Stars will be the first baseman, number 22, Carson Klima. First pitch there by Wilson, misses high for ball 1.
Yeah, Climate, he got on the second inning with a fielder's choice and did score. The Derby, Kansas product.
Now swing and a miss there by Klima as the count now goes. I thought the first one was a strike, but maybe not. It's 1-1. That one fouled off.
You know what Klima and I have in common? And Andrew and Galley County. Tigers were Tigers.
That one hit to the shortstop. Shortstop will go to first base. That's Maloney for out number 1. So a 6-3 put out if you're scoring at home with us for the first out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That will bring up the right fielder, number 21, Tyler Begg.
Yeah, Begg struck out in the second. But it's always good to see Cali County Tigers out here. Of course, we weren't as good as the Dave Burrows era.
That one misses outside for ball 1 as Kobe Wilson is in his 4th inning of work.
Or I should say the Burrows brothers, because they just finished up runner-up in the national tournament, junior college.
That one lifted to left center field. Looks like the left fielder is going to take charge. That is Hill, makes the catch for out number 2. So we have 2 down now here in the bottom half of the 4th. That will bring up the third baseman, number 3, Jason Gonzalez.
And Gonzalez, he had a double in the second and an RBI.
And he was left stranded at second base. But they did score 4 runs in that second inning. First pitch is a call strike. So the count is no balls and 1 strike now to Gonzalez. Wilson's pitch misses as the count will go even up now at 1-1.
Yeah, I was still trying to figure out the other day, and we kept seeing the outfielders jumping up in the air to catch a ball.
That one just misses low, and the count will go to 2 balls, 1 strike now to Gonzalez. 2 down here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 10-4 is the score in favor of the Haysville Aviators. Ball hit to the third baseman, Gerard. Gerard picks it up, goes to first, and he throws it high. But a great job there by Warkins as he came down and tagged out Gonzalez as he was going by first base. So the bottom half of the fourth inning, at the end of 4, that takes the score to the Aviators 10 and the Stars 4, and we'll be right back.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
Seeing the world of energy differently means looking forward and innovating now. It's why we've invested in a next-gen infrastructure, one capable of providing energy to you more dependably than anything before it, so you can focus on what matters most. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the top half of the fifth inning, 10-4 is the score in favor of the Haysville Aviators over the San Diego, California Stars. Due up for the Aviators will be the shortstop, number 29, Trent Maloney.
Yeah, Maloney's 0 for 3. Did score in the first and did get a stolen base.
Joshua Miller now ready to put his second inning of work behind him. As that one was a ball. Ball 1 now. Fastball in there for a call strike. And that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
3 of the 4 innings, they have had their lead up on there.
Breaking ball just misses high as that count goes now to 2 balls and 1 strike.
I just think when you get a leadoff guy on, it also gets the pitcher from.
Breaking ball, that one lifted into left field. That's going right down the line, and that's going to be foul. It just kept drifting and finally ended up about 3-4 feet left of the foul line.
Anyway, you get him from the windup. You get a runner on first base or whatever on base. That gets the pitcher from the regular windup. You have to get him in the stretch. And a lot of pitchers are different when they do throw in that. They usually don't throw as hard.
So the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Maloney. He's playing shortstop here this evening for the Aviators. Let's see if the temperature had dropped any at all or not.
Yeah. That wind sure hasn't stopped.
No, the wind hasn't stopped. Looks like it was doing about 18. It's still showing 18. Well, it has dropped a little bit. It's cool. We have a cool front coming in. It is now 100. That one fouled off there by Maloney.
I'm sure the people from San Diego listening, where it's beautiful weather. I've been out there and got to play some ball there and stuff. It's beautiful out there every day almost.
Well, it's 7:44 here. What's 5:44 there, I believe.
Yeah,
that's correct. That one misses for ball 3. So full count now to Maloney here in the top half of the fifth inning. And here's Miller's pitch. That one hits hits Maloney. So Maloney will be on at first base as a hit batsman. And that will bring up the second baseman, number 9, Tommy Davis.
And Davis is 2 for 3. But he does have 2 RBIs.
So Maloney on at first base, and Davis now up. And that one misses inside for ball 1. Ten to 4 is the score in favor of the Aviators. If you're just now joining us, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Swing and a miss there by Tommy Davis. as the count will even up now at 1-1.
And Frank, you know, I tried to get a job out in San Diego out of college. I was working in TV for a couple of years here at Channel 3. I thought I'll go out there and get a job out there. But so is everybody else. That's what I found out.
That one misses for ball 2. So the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think I used 2 or 3 vacations, like consecutive years trying to get one. It was hard. It was hard to get one out there. I'm sure it still is.
Well, that one hits Davis right and square in the back. So he will be on, and that's the second hit batsman here this inning by Joshua Miller. And that will bring up the catcher number 8, Max Valdez.
I just saw another pitcher rushing out there. Like I said, they have the 9 pitchers. We might be seeing most of them here.
So Maloney will be on at second base. Davis on at first. Both of them reaching as hit batsmen. That one misses low for ball 1 to Max Valdez. As the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes.
You know, we were talking about how do you go far in a tournament like this. I think some is also luck, what pool you're in.
And Maloney just trying to distract Miller as he's dancing around up there at second base. Acting like he's going to be taken off and trying to get that attention. Concentrate on something else besides the pitch. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike, and that one misses inside. And that will take the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. You know how funny thoughts just come over your mind and your head so far, or at different times? I don't know why.
All the time.
All of a sudden, I start craving Chinese food.
Okay. Is it one of the billboards? I didn't know what.
I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden that just popped in my head, and I guess because my stomach's growling. I don't know. The count is 3 balls, 1 strike to Valdez. That one misses outside, and there's ball 4. So 2 hit batsmen and a walk given up by Joshua Miller, and here comes the coach for the Stars.
Well, the thing is, the pitcher just got out there probably just a couple of minutes ago. It's a lefty, so you can see Coach kind of taking his time right now. It's a pretty slow walk right there.
If he was walking any slower, he'd be going backwards, that's for sure.
It's like me walking on the golf course these days. You know, it's just not any hurry. It looks like a stroll. He's going to call him. Look, is he keeping him? Yeah.
So the bases will be loaded as Maloney moves to third base. Davis goes to second, and at first base is Valdez. He just reached on a base on balls. The other 2 reached as hit batsmen. That will bring up the left fielder number 27, Jalen Hill, and we have no outs here in the top half of the 5th inning. 10-4 the score in favor of the Aviators, or Haysville, over the San Diego Stars.
Yeah, and Hill is 1 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs.
So here's the pitch there by Miller. That one almost hits. That ball does get away from the catcher, but not far enough for anybody to advance. That's Arias.
So Maloney is definitely he's an aggressive runner. He's almost halfway down the line.
Another ball misses down low. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Jalen Hill. Fourth batter here in the top half of the 5th inning. No outs yet.
I was going to say, I don't think Coach Flaxman's told him to stay back now.
Ball hit into left center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. 1 run scores. Another run scores as here comes Davis. So the score now 12-4 in favor of Haysville. And ended up at second base is Valdez, and Hill gets a base hit and 2 RBIs, and that's going to be it for Joshua Miller. As strolling out to back to the mound is Coach, and we're going to have a change here. So 2 hits batsmen, a walk and a base hit, has scored 2 runs here in the top half of the 5th. And the score now 12-4.
Yeah, I'm looking at the roster here. I don't see any left-handed throwers, pitchers. But I know he's a left-handed thrower because I saw him in the bullpen there throwing. So we'll see what's. There is one left-hander, Terrence Simmons, who's an outfielder.
Now pitching will be number 10, Blake Payton.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so they just have him batting left-handed, throwing right. So they just had that wrong. El Cajon, California, 6'2", 195, University of Arizona.
So Payton now coming in, and we'll see if we can give you some numbers on Miller, if they have them updated for us.
Yeah, I don't see anything on him.
Well,
in the roster, they had him right-handed. so I don't know. But he is at University of Arizona. Trying to salvage this right now, trying to get out of this tough inning. Especially with 2 runners on, no outs.
Looks like he went 1/3 of an inning. Gave up 1 hit, 4 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 base on balls, no strikeouts as he faced 9 batters. So due up now is the designated hitter number 6, Cade Baker.
Kane Baker had the home run. He's 1 for 2. Also walked in the last, scored 2 times. Has 2 RBIs.
So Cade Baker now at the plate. Runners on at first and second and no outs. That ball hit to the third base side, but foul. As the count goes, no balls and 1 strike. 12-4 is the score in favor of Haysville here in the top half of the 5th inning. Valdez at second, Hill on at first. And Baker standing at home plate. That one in there for call strike as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
He took a little something off that away. That was a good pitch.
And Blake Payton now, the pitcher for San Diego. Here's the pitch. Fastball, that's hit to the third baseman. Diving third baseman, not able to get to it. Stopped there by the shortstop, and he was backing up as he was moving to his right. And in with a base hit is Baker as he records the 2nd hit of the ball game. He had the home run, a 2-run home run. So stopping at third base will be Valdez. Stopping at second will be Hill. And Baker is on at first base. We'll bring up the third baseman, number 16, Drake Gerard.
And Gerard's 0 for 1, been hit twice.
That one misses high for ball 1.
He did score. He did score once also.
No outs here in the top half of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. That one misses inside. Oh, one almost hit Gerard.
Must be wearing a magnet or something. I don't know what it is.
Well, it must be those pink shoes.
Might be. I don't know. But
I just now saw him just now.
Yeah,
the umpire moved out of the way. That's the only reason I said that. Here's the pitch. That one misses high and outside for ball 3. So 3-0 now the count to Drake Gerard.
He's quite a character. Got to know that. Got to know him a little this summer.
I remember you told me that he was wearing pink shoes now. Yep. That one misses for ball 4, so the runners will advance. Valdez comes in to score. Hill stops at third base. Baker goes to second, and Gerard goes to first base on a walk. That is 2 hit batsmen, 2 walks, and 2 singles here in this inning. And we still have no outs with the bases loaded. 13-4 is now the score in favor of Haysville.
So, yeah, definitely San Diego Stars pitching, letting them down.
2 up now is first baseman number 28, Austin Warkins.
That is 4 pitchers for the Stars.
Yep.
We're in the 5th inning.
13-4. There's a swing and a miss there by Warkins. And I just realized something. You were playing a trick on me when you asked me if it was going to be a high-scoring game or not.
Hey, that was the 2nd inning. Before all this, I just had a feeling.
Trick question. All right, that one misses high as the count goes to 2 balls.
And Jared's here to witness that. He heard me say that. Just had that feeling as a coach, you know what I mean, Frank? Just
2 balls, 1 strike. I understand. Now, swing and a miss there by Warkins as the count will go now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thank you, sir.
I'm not going to tell
Kevin
you.
Jinks,
Yeah,
tournament
Kevin.
director, just walked in. Wow. I almost feel like bowing sometimes
That's
when
right.
he comes in. That one is misses high for ball 3, so full count now. Still no it down here in the top half of the 5th inning.
I was going to bring up, Frank, I'm telling you that I'm right every once in a while. I'm not going to tell you how many times I'm wrong. I've been wrong quite a bit with that feeling.
Yeah, I've got a story about that. There's the pitch. That one fouled off there by
It's Warkins.
Warkins, yep.
Yeah, Warkins is, like I said, 0 for 2 with RBI on a walk. He had a bases loaded walk before in the 4th.
I'll tell you that story here in just a second here once we get this pitch. It's a 3-2 pitch now. That one fouled off once again by Warkins.
He's battling.
3 runs have scored here in the top half of the 5th. We have Hill at third base, Baker at second, and Gerard at first. No outs. 13-4. Favor of Haysville. There's a swing and a miss there by Gerard, and he goes down swinging for out number 1. We'll bring up the right fielder number 7, Tanner Leslie.
It's a foul.
Oh, that was a foul ball?
Yeah.
My bad.
I know it. I thought so too.
I just
Jared
saw
has told us foul.
Oh, well, my bad. Now there's call strike 3.
There's
a strikeout. Well, I don't have to change my scorecard. Guess what?
But Jared was right, though.
Yeah. So now coming up will be the right fielder number 7, Tanner Leslie. Yeah, you remember how you say you have that feeling? We were playing the ball game in Lawrence Dumont Stadium NBC tournament, and the score was like 5-3 or something like that. There was a foul ball there by Leslie, and there was 2 down, and a gal got on the walkie-talkie, and she says, "Ground crew, we got 2 down," and I go, "Oh no, you shouldn't have done that," because you just don't do that.
No,
when somebody's throwing a no-hitter, you don't say nothing, and you just don't say it. So I get a piece of paper, I write a number down, I turned it upside down, and I told this gal that was sitting next to me that she was doing something there. I'm not sure if it was the music, what. I said, "Put your hand on top of that, will you?" So she did. Well, they came back and tied the ball game up.
Yep.
Okay? They tied the ball game up. We go into extra innings, and they go, "What did you write down?" There's a pop-up to the first baseman,
good
and he
effort.
misses it. And I think that was a foul territory.
Kinda.
So anyway, they go, "What did you write down?" I said, "We tied the ball game up. We're going extra innings." And I said, "This is how many innings we're going." They go, "Well, can we look at it?" I said, "No, don't look at it. Wait." So anyway, we go 10 innings, 11 innings, 12 innings, and still nothing. The score's tied up. We go 12, 13, 14 innings, and still nothing. The score's still tied up. There's a swing and a miss there by Leslie as he goes down swinging for out number 2. Well, anyway, we go 15, 16, 17 innings. We finally, somebody scores, and they win the ball game. I said, "Okay, now turn that paper over." They turned the paper over. I wrote down 17.
Wow.
And they go, "How did you know that?" I said, "For some reason, that 17 just popped up right in front of my face, and that's how many innings I just saw that we were going."
They call you Swami or something right there.
Yeah, somebody said, "Now, what's the lottery numbers?"
Yeah. But there's a rule. It's like you don't mention. I was my first year as an assistant coach years ago. I'm a pitching coach at Friends University. We're playing Bethany. Young guys, John Gage throwing a no hitter. Seventh inning, big curve. Seventh inning, it's 2 outs. Big curve. Big curve goes over there, and a guy calls umpire strike. And this guy in our dugout, one of our bullpen guys, goes, "Hey, yeah, nobody else been able to hit it either."
Oh.
And everybody looks at him. And next pitch, base hit, one hitter.
Yep. That's why you never say it.
No, you don't say anything.
Yep. But anyway, that's what that reminded me earlier when you said that you just saw this big score here today of that innings. Then when they came back and tied it up, and I told the gal, "Don't you ever get on that microphone or the walkie-talkie again and do that, because you just jinxed us." That one misses inside for ball 4, and there goes another run as Hill scores from third base. Baker will move to third, Gerard to second, and Whitman will move to first base on a walk. And I believe that's third walk this inning. 2 hits, batsmen, and 2 base hits, and 2 strikeouts.
Yeah. No, and then we're starting off and
actually, that's the third walk.
Right, that's what I was looking at.
That one misses high to Maloney. So the score now 14-4 is the score.
And Maloney started this with getting hit by a pitch in the 5th.
Here's the pitch to Maloney. That one misses outside as the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
It looks like San Diego. I don't see anybody in the pen now.
No, I wouldn't think that they may be out of pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. That one misses high. You wouldn't think that let's see, they had a day off yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah.
So
I see more Denver Cougars at the next game coming on there all over the bullpen over there.
So the count is 3 balls, no strikes, and we do have 2 down. That one in there for call strike.
Yeah, and that's tough coming, especially away from San Diego. I mean, you got general manager Sam Hughes, works hard for his team and all that, and won a good showing.
Their ball hit to the third baseman over his head. 1 run will score, and coming in to score also is Gerard from second base. So they've broken this wide open as the score now is 16-4 here in the 5th inning.
I'm sure they gave him a hit on that.
Base hit there by Maloney. Leslie stops at second base, and Maloney is on at first base. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs here in the top half of the 5th inning. For those of you who are wondering at home, we do have a 10-run rule after 5. And that one is popped up into the infield by Davis. And second baseman Colin Ford.
Whoa, that win again.
Oh, I wasn't sure if he's going to get that one. So at the end of 4.5 innings of play, the score, the Haysville Aviators 16 and the San Diego Stars 4. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning for the San Diego Stars, due up will be the center fielder number 2, Ethan Wright. Penalty, strike one.
That might be the only thing that Haysville's really done wrong right there.
The batter stepped in with about 2 seconds left in the.
The batter. Okay, this one.
Yeah, he got a penalty. He's called strike one.
Well, I guess that's kind of par then for the Stars because they've really been battling right now. And I was just looking at how they've been doing, Frank. They had a 5.48 ERA coming into this game as a pitching staff, so it wasn't terrible.
So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Ethan Wright. Third time up here in the ball game. 16-4 is the score. Swing and a miss there by Wright as he goes down swinging for out number 1. That will bring up the second baseman, number 34, Danny Cepeda.
And sometimes, Cepeda's 0 for 2 right now, and like it's just baseball though. Sometimes you just get on a roll, momentum, and it just happens that way. And I've seen it plenty of times, good and bad. But Haysville Aviators are definitely on right now. And I applaud their patience at the plate. They had great patience.
So Kobe Miller still on the mound. Here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 1 as the count now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Breaking ball right across the knees for strike 2. So the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball lifted into center field. Center fielder makes the catch for out number 2. So we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And due up now is the catcher, number 13, Luke Arias.
Arias is 1 for 2. Did
get a base.
It
looks like that's
it's new.
There may be a pinch hitter there.
Pinch hitter there. Let's see.
I think it's like number 6 or something like that.
It might be Andrew.
Ridiak?
Ridiak.
Okay, I believe that's who it is, number 6,
yeah,
Ridiak.
Santee, California, 6'4", 180, Southwestern Oregon.
That one misses outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now. We believe it's Ridiak.
And he's hitting .333. The 2 games he played in.
That one lifted into the infield. Actually, the left fielder might be calling them off, and not sure who caught it, whether it's left field. No, shortstop did. And that is the ball game. With the final score, the Haysville, Kansas Aviators 16 and the San Diego, California Stars 4. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for joining us. Stay tuned for our next game, which will be the Denver Cougars versus the defending champions, the Santa Barbara, California Forsters. That game coming up in about, not sure what time, but we'll be back. Okay, this is Frank Martinez along with Mark Cavallo. Wishing you a good evening, and like I say, we'll be back for our next game here shortly.